You have the presence of a pair of used underwear.
If you're hearing our voices, it means it's time for It's This Meets That podcast, where we watch the worst movies from trailer and credits, scene by scene, so you don't have to, but maybe you should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
All right. Okay.
It's not about you. It's not about you.
Let's see how this day is going to start. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, what do I do right now? Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back.
Podcast, right?
That's right. I just did that. We're back. We're back with our full breakdown of the 2023 rom-com Love Again.
Wish we could.
I wish we could, but
I think I'm broken after this.
Here we are. Here we are. Do you want to remind everyone what this one's about?
So, a young woman tries to ease the pain of her fiance's death by sending romantic texts to his old cell phone number and forms a connection with the man the number has been reassigned to. I don't know if I even agree with this logline anymore.
No.
I mean, she's not really sending romantic I guess it starts as romantic text, then it just turns into like
sappy.
Here's what I did today.
Yeah. I made pancakes today. Like what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Kinda.
We did okay, I think, with our prognostications.
Yeah, better than I thought we would.
Yeah, there's no killer. Well,
there is.
So there is a killer. You're right. There is a killer. So we got right that the boyfriend dies by getting hit by a car, which
cut down in his prime.
Yeah. Yikes. Look both ways before you cross the street, you know?
Always.
Can't wait to reveal how, he just got hit by a car, but there's more details to it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think we were pretty right about it, though.
Yeah, no, we were pretty right about it. I mean, there is a killer. We thought that Céline Dion was driving the car, which
she might have been. They don't deny it. So, listeners, you be the judge.
You be the judge of that. So I'm going to give us an A+, I think. A-.
Yeah.
A-.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
I think we said some other stuff that didn't happen. So
no, definitely not. Yeah. Okay. Quick info. You want this? You ready for this?
Sure.
Okay. So this is
info I can't refuse.
We got like a few people to blame for this one. So it's written by, it was directed by Jim Strauss. Jimbo here has not really done a lot of stuff. He's only directed like 5 things only. Hey, that's 5 things more than me. So
yeah, what are you talking about?
Yeah, a bunch of stuff I've never heard of. Winning Season. He started back in 2007. Grace is Gone. Incredible Jessica James. I've
never heard of any of these things.
None of these things. So, but no.
Had a good stretch though.
Yeah, 2007, 2009, and then took a couple years off in 2015, 2017, 2023. So getting some stuff done. So
getting around.
This was written, so he wrote this for the screen, this version. So this is let's get into fast facts a bit here, but this is a remake of another movie, a German flick. And it's based on a novel by Sophie Kramer. So she wrote the novel, and then the German version of the movie was written by Andrea Wilson and a slew of other people, but she was top billed. So
yeah, I think Andrea Wilson.
Yeah, Andrea Wilson.
I'm assuming.
We are now writing the book. We are texting. Don't text and walk.
That's right.
That's a safety tip. Yeah, Sophie Kramer, novel by her. We'll get into it.
Cool.
Who's in this one? So we got Priyanka Chopra Jonas, who is, she plays Mira. We got Sam Heughan. He's Scottish.
Probably like Heughan or something.
Heughan,
I feel like they do a lot of like silly pronunciations in Scotland.
They do. But I feel like the GH sometimes can be harsh, right? Heughan. Yeah, Heughan. Yeah. He plays Rob Burns. We know Rob Burns. Not him.
Shout out to that guy.
Céline Dion. She plays a fictionalized version of herself, which I don't know how that works, but
yeah. Well, it's Céline Dion playing Céline Dion.
Playing Céline Dion, right. Then we got Sofia Barclay. She plays Susie, this Mira's sister. Russell Tovey is Billy. That's one of Rob's coworkers. Lydia West plays Lisa, the other coworker. And Xander Turian plays Opera Male 1.
Opera Male 1. Yeah. I was wondering who that guy was.
Yeah, it's Xander. Xander Turian. What a name.
Cool name.
Sounds like a sci-fi name, like character name.
It does sound like a sci-fi name.
It's Lord Xander Turian. So
yeah, bring me to your ship, bud.
Take me to your leader. All right, you ready for some numbers here?
Sure.
It's interesting. I found two different numbers. I'm going to go in the lower end here. So
Okay.
the site I usually go and pull this stuff from is thenumbers.com. And then there's Box Office Mojo, which is IMDb.
Hmm.
And Wikipedia had it listed that it made 12 million, but the numbers had it listed making 10 million. So
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's like 2,700 fanatics, so pretty good either
yeah,
way.
pretty good. Yeah. So it made $10,726,032
And this is
worldwide.
2023 dollars, so
Yeah. This is real money.
wildly inflated.
Yes. Wildly inflated. Domestic hit did 6.2. International did about 4.5 million. Video did another $585,730 on a budget of $9 million.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
S-
almost profitable.
Saw 3. Yeah, no. Saw 3
They
was
can't. They
was a
didn't
$10
do that
million
much
budget.
marketing.
No, I don't think so.
No way.
No way. No.
So yeah, not bad. Definitely not as good as Saw 3.
Saw 3 was $10 million for budget. What was the
Hmm.
last movie we did? What was the movie we did just before this?
There were two, I think, because we did a scary movie last one, the zombie
Oh,
one.
we did the Day of the Dead. That was the last one we did. That one was pretty expensive too. We're like, what did they spend? I think that was like $9 million too.
Yeah.
It was something high. And we're like, why? Where'd they spend this money on?
Yep. That's right. A Nice Girl Like You is in between.
Right. Oy.
Which was also probably more expensive than it should have been.
That tracks. Rotten Tomatoes, 28% audience. Critical, 91% audience.
Outrageous.
What
Who
do
are
you-
you?
It's all the Celine Dion fans.
You think so?
Yeah, she's big,
It
dude.
has to be.
She's big. I think she's a pretty
Outside
big
of
deal.
Canada?
Yeah, I know. There's a big world
Huh.
out there, and she's big in it. So
Listeners, do you like Celine Dion?
let us know.
Yeah, send us an email about that. Send us your fondest Celine memory.
Yeah,
I'm
why
assuming
not?
you have one.
Everyone's got one.
Yeah. My dad's a big Celine Dion fan.
Why not?
That and Cher.
Oh, that tracks. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
He's got interesting tastes in music. It's like Mount Rushmore of music is like Cher, Celine Dion, Creedence Clearwater Revival, and there's not a fourth. He only listens to like three things.
That's it.
Yeah, he doesn't listen to music.
Just like rotates to the 3.
Kind of, yeah. Now that he doesn't drive anymore, I don't think he listens to music at all.
Do you want some fast facts?
Back me, daddy.
These are terrible. I'm just gonna throw it out
Great.
there. Um,
Good lead in.
yeah.
Listeners, don't listen to him. I'm sure they're great.
Yeah, these are terrible. So this is an English language remake of the 2016 German film SMS für dich, for you. SMS for you.
I think I like that title better.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And itself is based on a novel by Sophie Kramer called A Text for You. So this was like yeah. And the novel is on Goodreads, has 3,000 like ratings and 55 or 500 reviews.
Uh-huh.
It's sitting at a 2.68 on Goodreads.
Pathetic.
How's that getting made into it? Oh, whatever. Okay.
I mean, better than my book on Goodreads because I don't have one, but worse than yours.
Guess who's?
So-
Yeah, it's not better than Guess Who's book.
Well, you don't have 3,000 ratings, but
But if you extrapolate the 50 that I do,
that's right.
I'm still higher than
You're way
this.
ahead. Yeah. Listeners, go buy Host and then go review it on Goodreads and try to beat Sophie Kramer.
Yeah. Let's just try to win here. That's all we're trying to do.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
So we got all that information. So the man who Priyanka Chopra's character has a bad date with is played by her real life husband, Nick Jonas, which we figured out, I think, in Trailer Trash.
That's right.
She said that when she read that part of the script, she went to him and told him he had to do it because she wouldn't be able to do it with anyone else.
Wow.
It's called acting.
It's called acting. And like, that's why Nick Jonas is in this movie. He's in the, like, I don't know. He's like on the poster, I think. Like, they like bill him as being like a main character, and he's in the movie for actually 2 minutes.
Yeah. No, barely even that.
Barely. Yeah.
It's all about getting the names out there, you know?
Fascinating.
When sending text, Mira's phone number reads 1675309.
Oh, so not 867-5309.
No, but it's listed as a subtle reference to the 1981 song 8675309. Jenny.
Why wouldn't you just do that then?
Yeah, I don't. Right. I don't.
I'm so mad.
These are. Yeah, I'm just a messenger.
Yeah, I know. But like,
Priyan-
just if you're gonna do a thing like that, like, just do it.
just do it. Just do it. Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Russell Tovey.
Toby, I think. Yeah.
Tovey previously worked together on the TV show Quantico.
Okay.
Just thought you'd like to know.
Yeah, I did. That's probably like a procedural. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, Quantico. Yeah, I remember that one. Briefly, vaguely.
Is that where what's in
During
Quantico? Is it
Quantico?
CIA or something? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, they're all there.
Yeah, they're all there.
They're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Heughan. Sam Heughan. Character
Rob Burns.
Rob Burns. Let's call him Rob Burns. Is also the name of famed Scottish poet Robert Burns.
What?
Robert Burns' poetry. This is where this fast fact takes a weird left turn.
Okay.
Robert Burns' poetry is pivotal in reuniting Sam's character Jamie with his love Claire on the show Outlander. So Sam Heughan is big on Outlander.
What?
Yeah, which that's another connection we've had to Outlander. It's 2 in a row.
Oh, is it? I don't remember the last one.
The woman, the actress that was in Day of the Dead, was also an Outlander.
Right.
So there you go.
Yep.
How does that make you feel?
Everyone tells me I should watch that show, and I have never watched it. So
that's what everyone has said to me as well. It was Sophie Skelton.
Listeners, do you think we should watch Outlander?
Yeah. So there you go. There's that.
Sophie Scroll, huh?
Skelton. Sophie Skelton. God damn it. Okay. On Mira and Rob's second date, instead of eating the dinner they cooked together, they ate a bowl of cereal. This is so stupid. Why is this listening?
Yep. I recall that. Why is this trivia?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? That's the cereal.
That's right. A top-notch cereal.
And apparently, in a nod to the Jonas brothers, Joe Jonas has stated that his favorite cereal is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. What is this? What is happening right now?
You can't be serious.
Who's controlling the internet? It's not even Nick Jonas's who's
right.
The husband. Right.
One of the other Joe Bros.
This isn't it.
What a nightmare. Why would you pull that?
I don't know.
I blame you for this.
I don't know, because I thought it was so stupid. I figured we should talk about it. We should discuss it.
Mm-hmm. You're not doing your due diligence today.
Are you ready? No, I'm not. But here we go. You ready? It's only getting better from here.
Perfect.
In this movie, Nick Jonas, the other Jonas, who's actually in this movie,
right.
Character orders margaritas.
That's right.
In Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, his character makes them.
So sad.
This is a moment where the internet has just failed us. And me. I
don't even know what to say. It's not even like that specific. Like everyone drinks margaritas. Like
why is that listed underneath trivia anyways?
Like, oh, he orders a bee's knees, and in Jumanji he like gets swarmed by bees. I don't know. Like that would be funnier or more interesting. Don't do this. IMDb trivia creators, we know who you are. You're out there listening to this podcast.
Yeah, you're just the people.
You.
Straight up. And that's not an invite to be on the show either.
No, not this time.
No, that's a straight up. He meant that.
That's right.
Last one in April of 2022, it was announced that the film had been retitled "It's All Coming Back to Me." So it was called something else before. It was like called Texting You or something like that.
Okay.
So it was retitled "It's All Coming Back to Me" after the song "It's All Coming Back to Me Now," which Dion covered in her 1996 album "Falling Into You."
It's a cover song.
Yeah. And and let's find out more.
That sucks for whoever wrote that song because Céline Dion made it famous, I think, right?
Power ballad written by Jim Steinman. According to Steinman, the song was inspired by Wuthering Heights and was an attempt to write the most passionate romantic song you could ever create. So there you go. Interesting. Yep. I almost used Wuthering Heights in my pitch. There's more here. November 2022. November 2022. It was announced that the film was retitled to Love Again. Oh, okay. So there you go. Huh. Celine Dion didn't have enough pull, I guess. No. I mean, they really build this as like her vehicle for like her like new songs and stuff. Apparently. And, like, yeah, I mean, she's a major character in it, but
I didn't hear any new Celine Dion. I don't think I heard any new Celine Dion songs. Maybe
I
I just
don't
know them.
I don't know the difference between
Yeah,
the new
yeah.
between the new and the old stuff. It all sounds the same.
I thought It's All Coming Back to Me was her song, so I'm
No,
currently baffled.
a lot of people cover songs that just become,
Sure, sure. It's
it's called stealing and making your own fortune off it.
yeah, yeah. All on the Watchtower all over again.
Yep. Here we are.
Here we are.
Okay, that's that. You want to Hollywood pitch me? Mother.
Sure. Don't mind if I do. So this movie is obviously Twilight meets The Lovely Bones.
Oof. Obviously.
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 You've seen both of these, right? Well, you probably didn't see the original Twilight because I think we skipped over it to do the episodes.
Yeah,
on
I didn't
the
see.
second one, right?
Yeah, I didn't see the original Twilight.
Fair enough. The first one I think has like a 40 something on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a little too high, but it's pretty terrible.
Yeah.
And has a lot of things in common with this movie. So like the main characters here, you got Bella, you got Edward, the vampire, a monster, and an actual monster. And he does so much creepy shit the whole movie. He like watches her sleep like a creep, and like he's like stalking her essentially.
Yeah,
most of the movie. Just like
this movie. Yeah,
this movie where
he's not good.
He's literally stalking her. He's like, oh, she said she's going to be at this place. I think I'm going to go to that place and try and find her. I'll just go to the opera every day for a week until she shows up.
That's crazy behavior. That's crazy. That's
crazy.
That's not romantic. That's crazy. That's crazy behavior.
Yeah.
Right?
It's definitely not romantic. Agreed. So like that's for sure the biggest thing. I like to think that Rob Burns in this movie is kind of like an energy vampire.
Okay.
Like any scene that he's in just like really sucks the life out of the room, right?
Yeah, it's sad. Like
he's just so bad.
Yeah. Like it's not good.
Yeah, what's his name again? Heughan? Not great at acting.
Sam Heughan. Well, he's in this Outlander show and everyone loves it, so
I guess that's fair. He must have like a bit part. He can't be the star of Outlander, right? He's not the Outlander, right?
I don't know who is, but
It better not be this guy.
I think we all are. We're all the Outlander.
Yeah. In Twilight, he admits to her that he is being a creepy stalker, and that he's like several hundred years old, and she's like 16 or whatever. It's like really gross. But she's like, well, you know what? I love you anyway. Just like in this movie when he's like, I'm a creep, and she's like upset for a minute. Like she's upset for so little time comparatively, and then she's like, oh well, I guess I need to move on.
Yeah, I need to move. Am I gonna find anything else better? No.
I hate that dead guy, so
Yep.
Whatever. Okay. And then meets The Lovely Bones. This one gets a little bit into wishful thinking. So
never saw it.
Okay. The premise of that one, it's
not the bone collector, right?
No, a little different. But way scarier. So The Lovely Bones, this was when I worked in movie marketing. I think I worked on this movie a little bit. I remember seeing it a couple times because I had to do screenings. Anyway, it's about this like little girl who gets kidnapped and murdered on her way home from school.
What the?
And then, and then she gets pulled into this like in between, like not living and not dead, like just like haunting ghosts of the earth, trying to like guide her parents and family to like solving her murder, basically.
Yep, like Ghost. Yep,
like exactly like Ghost, right? So that's what I wanted this movie to be. I wanted like this guy's chopped liver immediately. Like he dies, and everyone's like, "Well,
see you."
Guess some anonymous Celine Dion shaped drunk driver must have
Celine Dion shaped
must have run him over. Oh well. And like no one cares that this guy has like a unsolved hit and run murder.
Yeah, let's go get him, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's the streets of New York, like
that's just a grid. You just look both ways. Like the car's only coming from one way, right?
Oh, that's the angle. Yeah, I was going with like there's probably 10 murders every day. You can't solve them all.
Can't solve. Yeah, streets of New York, dangerous.
So I really wish that there was more like there's like little clues, like there's like a bloody bracelet in the bathroom. Like, of course, she never escaped from the
So you
from the
wanted,
murder hole.
yeah. So you wanted to be like a grieving romantic comedy crime drama
Yeah, I wanted it to lead up to Celine Dion being brought
being
to
rested,
justice.
which is what I think we want in our prognostications. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And then the movie's so sad because I think they do kind of like give him his comeuppance in The Lovely Bones, like the murderer. Like if I remember, I think he falls off a cliff at the end and just like dies. So I was like, oh, they should totally have Celine Dion like fall off the Empire State Building or something.
No, that doesn't happen. No.
No, it doesn't happen, but I wish it did. Uh, and they do give him like a weird line at the end. The dead guy, when he was like,
Yeah,
when
she has
she's
like
like trying to make her peace with.
with the shots there. Yeah, yeah, and he like shows
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which they also do in The Lovely Bones. Like at the end, she's basically like, well, like I was murdered and that, I was here for a moment and then I was gone. I love you. You're like, oh my God, I'm so sad. And that moment kind of gave me that too, because I was like, this no justice for this guy. Like he just straight up gets murdered, and like then he's like, well, move on with your life. Love you. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
And then she immediately forgets about him and moves on. So just like in The Love Boats.
Yeah, that tracks. That all tracks.
Yeah, what do you have?
What do I got? Okay. I got super lazy here, but I'm going with not one, but two ITMT flicks that we've done. Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm kind of
down.
breaking one of our cardinal rules where if we mention a movie in any version, like the trailer trash, whatever, we can't use that movie, but I don't care.
Okay.
Rules and promises are meant to be broken. So,
Yeah, we've got other bird rules.
yeah. So I'm going, it's P.S. I Love You meets
Okay.
A Christmas Prince.
The P.S. I Love You part's pretty obvious, right?
Pretty obvious. We got the dead boyfriend. He kind of
Scottish.
Scottish. Yeah, thank
Well,
you. Well,
Irish.
yeah, but whatever. Close
Scottish
enough.
in real life.
Scottish in real life. Yeah. We got kind of like a stalking element here.
Definitely.
That goes on. We got grieving. We got coming to peace with a dead loved one and moving on. Right.
Yeah.
And basically, I think he says the line too. You got to just go live your life. I think, doesn't he? Like, yeah. So
I think so, yeah.
I'm pretty sure. So it's all that. Meets Christmas.
How did he die? He was sick.
No, I think he also got in a car accident, didn't he? No, he was sick.
I thought he had like cancer or something.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah, he was hit by. Yeah, Jesus Christ, daytime drunk driver.
Yep.
Called cancer. Meets Christmas Prince. Oh, I know. There's a scene with a scene of the guy seeing the girl as she walks down a flight of stairs and kind of falls in love with her.
Sure.
There's the use of a setting as a transition shot.
Yep.
This movie, it's New York City, and that movie was just a castle. Varying, daytime, nighttime shots. Obviously the romance side of things. Let's see.
Where like they shouldn't have ended up together, but they did.
Yeah, one of those types. Yeah, definitely one of those moments.
Oh, this is pretty messed up. You are kind of abusing the situation here, kind of thing.
Yeah, and then there's like awkwardness. You know what I mean? Like these awkward, quote unquote, comedic moments. And in this movie, there's a lot of them. They're really uncomfortable and they're really stupid.
Yeah, not enough sledding.
It's like, dude, you're 35. Just answer the phone, Just answer the phone.
Right.
Have you ever dated before? Like, come on.
No.
What else? Is there sledding? There's snow in there. There's probably an opera.
Snow for a second.
There's probably an opera in A Christmas Prince, but I don't remember.
Nope, there wasn't.
Oh, okay. Then that's it. That's all I got. So
Great work, buddy.
thanks, bud.
You tried hard on this one, I can tell.
I tried super hard on this one. This one was not. I was flummoxed. I was baffled as to what to do here. So,
Well,
but you should all go back and listen to those episodes. You should go back and listen to A Christmas Prince and P.S. I Love You.
good plugs. I think those are both pretty good episodes from us. So
Yeah. Yeah.
better than the movie.
And they're all under 30%, just like this movie. So,
That's what we do here.
okay. You want to break this thing down?
If we have to.
Yep, we do.
Just kidding. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Okay, I'm not. All right, so this is a Sony gem and a Screen Gems flick.
Eh, it sure is.
What is this song that was playing in the opening? It was terrible. It was absolutely
The
terrible.
Gift. Is this a Celine Dion song?
Oh,
Maybe this is one of the new ones.
I don't know, but it was terrible. It was gross. I was like, what is this playing right now? Why is this playing?
Yep. It is a song by Celine Dion, and it was written for the movie. So there you go.
Oof, yeah, not
That
good,
explains it.
Celine. Yeah, we need to move on from that one. And then we got Roller Coaster, Thunder Road. And then we're opening up in a coffee shop. We got a few credits going. We got title card Love Again, which pulls out from, that's the title card. It's on someone's phone. This opening is just to show that people use their phones all the time.
I think so. Yeah. It's like, whoa, I've never seen anyone on their phone.
Yeah. So yeah, we're in a coffee shop. Everyone's on their phones. Like, okay, we get it, right? And then we get some texting between Mira and John. So John's still alive in this opening here.
Yep, they're flirting.
Yeah.
That's gross.
And then John shows up and he gives her tropical Skittles. What's your take on tropical Skittles?
Good. Worse than regular Skittles.
Yes.
Much worse than sour Skittles.
Ooh, sour Skittles. I don't think I've had those.
Oh, top notch, dude. Top notch.
The idea right now of like eating Skittles in my mind is like I can just feel the sugar just eating away at my teeth.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
That's what you want. And when you have sour Skittles, you get that like warhead, like acid burn, like citric acid burn in your mouth, but like in a good way. Yeah. Yeah. That's what you want. Anyway, I hate John at this point, and I hope he dies a horrible death. Which he's
Fast
about
forward.
to.
He's about to. Spoilers. So they do some flirty stuff about cooking, which will come back later a little bit. We learn that she's an artist / author, kind of, sort of. Or she's an artist at least.
I hope he falls into wood chipper.
Yeah. And he leaves. So then they do this flirty thing. Like, all right, babe, I got to go. I got to go to work. And she's like, no, go. And then he leaves, and we're just focused on her face as she's like watching him like out the window. And like we cut to him. He's like, hey, babe. And then they cut just to her face.
So funny.
And then like all you hear is like the car accident going, and you just see her face go from like happy to sad and like watching it all.
And you're like, why don't you like go outside, like help? Like,
yeah,
which she does eventually, but
yeah, she's just staring, and like you can hear the noise, like, oh my God, I can't believe that.
Where's his head? Oh my God.
No, what's going on? Why
is that a wood chipper on the back of that car? Is that Celine Dion?
Is that Celine Dion? I think it's Celine Dion. So he's gone. He's dead, and we get we cut to a house out in the woods. And we got in the field somewhere, and she got a title card. 2 years later.
And we get like a bunch of exposition from the sister on the phone, right? Like, hey, it's your sister, just doing my daily check-in since what's his nuts died. Like, what do you even do with mom and dad at night? Like, you're hanging out with mom and dad all the time? Like, you freak. Like, I know you're grieving, but I miss you.
And we learn more that she's an author and illustrator of children's books here, because like there's a award and stuff like this, and we see some of her drawings. So, yep. And then she's more messages from the sister, filling us all in. She's like, all right, time to come back to the city. Mom and dad are basically kicking you out.
They want their house back.
So she gets in her late dead ex-boyfriend's car and drives back to the city. So
I think that's right. To the apartment that her and her late ex-dead boyfriend shared with her sister. I'm confused.
I thought it was just her sister's apartment.
I think because she's like our apartment. So maybe they
live together. Yeah, I don't know.
Something weird about it.
Yeah. And then we get our first New York City driving transition shot here, because New York City's a character.
That's right. One foggy morning.
Yeah, and we come up, we meet the sister. She comes out running. She's like, hey, I'm glad you're here, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, wow, that's kind of where you're still driving John's truck. Why don't you sell that, maybe?
Yeah, and she's like, it smells like him. He stunk that much? Yeah, like cars generally smell pretty neutral. Like you can like bring a pizza home from, your local pizza place. Right. You go back in the car a couple hours later, you might still be able to smell the pizza. You go in the car the next day, no way.
Not smelling that pizza. There's no way.
And pizzas smell great.
Right. I'm gonna have
human
some for lunch.
stink.
It
goes away pretty fast.
Yeah, unless he's
ripe. Yeah.
Ripe. Gross. All right, and we cut.
I have a lot of questions.
Yeah, we'll have tons of questions here. And then we cut to Rob Burns' apartment here. He's a cool guy. He's listening to cool music,
Yeah, Courtney Barnett. I like Courtney Barnett.
Let's go. But apparently he's a big slacker. He's like sleeping on the couch. His alarm goes off, and he's late for work. And he's seen a bunch of text messages that he's late. This is your last chance, buddy.
It's
And
something
then,
about your podcast is over. He's doing a podcast, I guess. Like, what do you think we are? Us?
dude, you're not us. You're not even close to being us. So
Yeah, that's right.
290 some odd episodes in the can, published.
Oof,
Come on.
oof. This
Who
guy's
has
not doing that.
who has that kind of staying power? No one. No one.
Sam Heughan? I don't think so.
Get out of here. Scottish, British, whatever you are, get out of here. So,
Mhm.
and then he's like about to leave for work and he gets a ding ding notification that his ex girlfriend posted an Instagram of her and photos of her new man with the title "Introducing My New Guy." Who the hell does that?
Like people with that are not well adjusted.
And two, why do you have the ding dong notification on your phone for Instagram posts from your ex? Three, why are you
Also
still following her? Four, fine if you're following her, but maybe mute her notifications are coming. Like that's step one of a breakup. You just mute and or delete the person, like
Just delete the person from your
right
life.
from existence. You know, actually from existence.
I mean, if you can, and get away with it.
Right. Only do it
Listeners,
if you want to.
this
Only
isn't
do it.
advice.
This is not advice. We are not lawyers, but make sure you own a boat. All right.
I
So
do
then
play one on TV.
So we're at Rob's office here. It took me a little bit to figure out what the hell he did for work. And then
Something with Celine Dion. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't-
Some
it
kind of
doesn't-
podcast stuff.
not even yet. He isn't even doing that yet. He's a music critic for the New York Chronicle. I thought it was a New Yorker or something like that. So,
Right. Fake New Yorker.
anyways, he's assigned to Céline Dion to go interview her, and bunch of exposition
About
from
the
his
Celine Assance.
yeah from his boss about like his situation and like how he got dumped publicly by this his lady there. And he's like, but I want to start a podcast. And his boss is like, no, ITMT rules the podcast airwaves. Don't even compete.
Why bother? Right.
Don't even compete.
Mhm. But yeah, people adore Celine Dion. So
Yeah.
she'll get on board, or I'll find someone who will. Like he's being assigned Celine Dion, I think, to stalk her. Maybe like he's
Yeah. I don't know. He's a crazy person stalker too. So,
his
and
job is ridiculous.
I know we cut to like a bar restaurant. And this is where we meet another character. I guess he's kind of important, Mo. But
Oh,
so Sis
from the
Amir,
trailer.
yeah, we're just they're hanging out and talking about the sister's boyfriend, guy friend that she's kind of maybe seeing back together with. And then Mo, who owns the place, he's pretty friendly. He comes up, talks to Amir, whatever. He named a burger after her.
well, it's got French fries inside it. That'll come back later.
That'll come back later.
Stupidly.
'Cause she likes that. And then Mo sparks an idea for her. Like he's like, she's like, how do you deal with your significant other being gone, whatever, your wife? And he's like, I just talk to her.
Yeah. Every day I make myself a stiff drink, get a little
Yep.
wasted, then I have dinner and tell her about my day.
Yeah, that doesn't sound healthy, but
Nope, sure does.
I'm no grieving expert, but
Just get drunk enough till I hallucinate my dead wife, and I tell her about my day, and
that's it. Okay.
the ice it thickens
Yeah.
is what he says. I'm like,
What?
That's not an expression.
Ice it thickens. All right, and we come back to Rob Burns' office here.
Yeah, it's a Celine Dion video.
And you've also noticed like all the basketball stuff. He's apparently a Knicks fan, which
Right.
at first I thought he was British. He's Scottish. Scottish people aren't fans of the Knicks. It's not.
I guess they are.
It's not real.
All
That's not
Scots are Knicks fans.
And he's watching Celine Dion videos, like you said, seeing from the trailer about him getting like a new phone from corporate overlords there, blah, 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 blah. Coworkers gives him shit about not getting back out there. They're like, hey, get back out there. You're fine, dude,
Yep.
It's the classic tropey thing where you have like the friends who are like trying to push you to, it's the same thing in all these movies, right?
Yep. He's at his physical peak, and he's Hallmark handsome.
Yeah, I
Which
mean,
I hate.
that's funny because this is kind of like a Hallmark movie. Feels like it.
It sure is. It sure is.
Sure is. Sure is. So then we're at a back at the
home.
apartment. Yeah, back at the apartment here with
Looking at the John box,
yeah, it's a scene from the trailer, dead boyfriend box, right? The DBB.
the DBB. That's right.
The DBB. And Sis, I think she's like, it's time to go through these things, right? And it's been 2 years. Time to let's move along here. And then she gets really mopey about the ring because he was going to propose to her, but never got the chance to. That comes back a few times.
Which, like at the beginning, they're calling him her fiance, and then at this part, we're like, oh no, that was never.
that didn't happen yet.
Yeah.
So
stop saying yet.
Yeah. Just call him.
Like,
call him
how weird.
Yeah. You got a plot hole in your own synopsis in your.
Yeah, you hate to see it.
Hate to see it. So then, yeah, she's like, hey, this is all a little bit much. The sister says to Mir, like, this is all seems a bit much, right? She's kind of like the voice of reason. And she's like, then she starts wearing a dead boyfriend's shirt and then playing with the ring he never got to give her. And then they cry.
Yep. Which transitions into the rain in New York City, just like her tears.
And
I was like, it's got to be halfway through the movie by now, right?
No, this is 10 minutes in. It's like 10 minutes in.
I'm so bored.
And so then this is so weird. It's like it's almost got like this kind of like supernatural kind of vibe to it all of a sudden, because like there's a thunderstorm and it's raining out, and we cut back and forth between her and
Ghost,
and Rob, like watching the Knicks. Yeah, he's watching the Knicks game. He's getting really into it. He's the worst at celebrating, by the way. That's why I could tell he's not.
Oh yeah, basketball.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, go basketball. So then she started
ball in that hole.
Yeah, put that ball in the hole, kind of like golf. And then she pours herself some wine, starts talking to John. She's like, this is too weird.
Yep.
And then she sends a text to his old number, but it's the same point with the power.
This is when the power goes out.
Yeah, the power goes out, right? And then and then we're kind of going back and forth, and he gets the first message from Mira.
And he's like, what?
Yeah.
Who is this person? And then again, instead of like asking, sorry, who is this? Or
who dis? New phone, who dis?
Deleting the number and blocking it, or really any other approach. He just reads it and goes, huh, basketball, huh?
Yeah. He's like, oh, the Knicks, they lose again. Oh. It's like, what? Pretend like you even know what basketball is.
Oh man, they almost got a home run.
No, yeah. Real sports fans, when their team lose, they freak out. They swear a lot. You flip over tables. You throw pillows. You know, at least that's what I do.
They're running back and forth on the pitch.
Yeah, what's going on here? Need more swearing when your team loses. Okay, so then we're in the street. We're doing a little walk and talk, and he's reading messages from me. This is all from the trailer where they bump into each other randomly because fate has destined it, right?
Gasp.
No, it's just him stalking this woman. That's what did it.
That's right.
Has nothing to do with fate. Nothing. No.
And then we get the book publisher scene from the trailer, also talking about the children and how they'll be sad about her sad stuff.
Yeah.
Do some more exposition. Introduce Molly. Does Molly come back?
No, the intern. This is kind of funny. The boss pulls like a power move, and she's like, "Molly, can you come in here?"
Pretty messed up.
It's pretty gross, but it's kind of awesome. She's like, "Molly, can you come in here?" And she's like, "You see, Molly, this is our intern. If you don't write a book and get this straightened out, she'll lose her job." And Molly's like looking, staring at her like, you better.
Yeah. And she's like, thanks, Molly. You're dismissed.
Yeah. Ruthless.
Yeah. Spoilers. I think Molly loses her job. I don't think she ever writes a book.
I don't think she does.
Yep. Nope. But it never comes back. So.
Nope. No. Molly's just, moving back home with her parents and, can't afford rent. So.
Yep. A one scene wonder.
Yep. So we're back at Rob's office here, and he keeps getting a message from Mira, and he's looking around the office, and he's like, he's like,
who is this?
Who's sending these to me? Is it
someone pranking me?
Is someone in the building? Is Ashton Kutcher here? What's happening? And he goes to Lisa, and he's like, hey, can I talk to you in private real quick? And she's like, yeah, sure. And he's like, basically the common old making a mistake. I thought it was you sending me the text thing. He's like, hey,
yep.
This is kind of weird. I don't want to have feelings for, listen, babe, I know you got feelings for me. And she's like, ew, gross. You're 35. He's like, I'm 35.
She's like, you're 1,000.
Yeah.
You're like my dad.
And then he shows her the text, and she's like, oh, you're being smished right now. You're being smished.
Yeah. She's like, I don't flirt like that. I'm good at it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
She's definitely the best character in the movie, right?
Yeah, her and the two coworkers, I think, are. He's got some funny. The other coworker, he's got some good lines, I think, throughout.
He does have some good ones, yeah.
So we cut to a park bench, and our hero here, Mira's just sitting there trying to figure out life, and she keeps texting John.
Yeah, just doing her drawings that will never make it to the book, so Molly can keep her job.
Yep. And then we cut to kind of like this hotel conference room, whatever, that Céline Dion is staying at. And they're doing the interview. There's often a trailer, her doing the interview. But like, Rob, is this your first time? You work, this is your job, and your phone is left on and like ringing and dinging and making all this noise. And like, what are you doing, dude? Like, how does this guy have a job? He's completely late for work all the time. He's totally unprofessional. Like,
I know. I would have fired him a long time ago.
Oh my God, right?
These are some weird sexy texts. She's like, I'd give anything to be naked with you right now.
Whoa.
And he's like, what? Celine Dion, excuse me, you sing about love. Do you believe in everything that you sing? You were right.
Believe in life.
Makes way more sense. That's a Cher song.
Yeah. I know, but it's close enough. I was just thinking because your dad likes Cher.
That's right. He sure does. Shout out to my dad. And Celine Dion admonishes him and tells him that he knows nothing because that's correct.
Yeah. You don't know what it is. He's like, what is it? It's love.
And you're right, Celine.
So we come back to Hero's apartment, sister's apartment, whatever, and she's getting her set up on a dating app, Mira, right?
Yeah. They're playing video games together, like having a good time. I was like, your
Great
life
time.
sounds pretty good right now.
Pretty good, right?
Don't get back on the dating wagon.
No. So you start dating, you can't play video games anymore. Everyone knows that.
That's right.
So
That's exactly right.
So she gets her on the old Bumble, and they start Bumble swiping, and classic. I didn't know there was so many
guy is shirtless.
Yeah, I mean I thought I was the only one that was doing that, but I guess every guy does that on the dating apps.
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've been on the dating apps, but every picture I used to post was also shirtless. So
yeah, I'm not, no more dating apps over here. But oof, what a time, huh? What a time to be living. So they're like swiping away, and then immediately gets a match and gets a message and asked out on a date. I'm like, that's not how that. I don't remember that working that way.
That's how Nick Jonas rolls, dude.
Right. I forgot. I'm not Nick Jonas.
Yeah, you just gotta be Nick Jonas, and then
you get the immediate. Let's go on a date, and it works.
World is handed to you on a platter. You know,
man,
silver spoon ass motherfucker, Nick Jonas.
So doesn't he have diabetes?
Oh, I don't know. Oh my God, maybe
one of them does. All right. So anyway, so we got to,
why do you know that?
He was in like some ad for like some diabetic product Super Bowl ad. Did you not see that Super Bowl ad?
No, I didn't see that Super Bowl.
Last year.
I didn't watch Super Bowl last year.
That's
sorry, bud.
That's okay.
Yeah, and it was an uninteresting one to me.
Yeah. Who even was in it?
Exactly. I don't know. Probably the Chiefs as usual.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it was the Chiefs and the Eagles.
I'm assuming.
Ugh.
Who cares?
So we cut to Rob's office, and he's listening to a Celine song, trying to get in the mode. Yeah. And he works at New York Chronicle. We learned that, and he's like, the other coworkers are like, hey, give him a hard time about like the sad messages. Like,
this is stalking behavior.
Yeah, and he's like,
you're being a creep.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm going to go to the bar where she's going to go on a date, and they're like, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah, and like, how do you even know if it's them or not? And he's like, oh, I'll know.
Like, what?
No, it's a crowded restaurant in New York City. Like,
yeah, you don't know anything.
What's happening?
What is going on? And then the other Lisa, she's like, Billy, you got to go with him, right? And he's like, I guess so. No,
yeah. I guess if someone's going to be a witness to the crime, we might as well have it be me.
And they're doing so they keep doing this in this movie where we're in a New York City street, and we're following Rob and Billy, and they're talking back and forth about how crazy this is, or he is, whatever. And then as they exit stage right, Mira and the sister Susie, they pop up, and it's like a lot of this like just misconnection type of thing.
Yep,
this is very much the New York City as a character type of vibe, where like, oh, anything can happen in a city of millions of people.
And they're going to go to the same place. So.
They're just missing each other,
Yeah, they're just missing each other before he spies on her date.
Right, right.
Like, oh yeah, I just missed you at the place I knew you were going to be. Like it really takes a lot of the mysticism out of it. You're like, oh yeah, I was coming to stalk you anyway. Just missed you.
Yeah. So then they're talking. We get the joke of the D joke. Get some D, vitamin D, whatever.
Get the D.
Oh, and then we get a hint of, she's like, oh, and by the way, no would you rather questions because they're terrible.
We know you're a sick fuck who always asks would you rather questions.
Yeah.
Like, nobody loves you. Stop doing that.
Stop doing that. That's important for the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And then you're at the bar, and Rob and the coworker, they're hanging out, looking around, right? And talking about some dude who's sitting, some silver fox hanging out
Right.
by himself, and trying to figure out who's texting. And Mira shows up, and Rob's like, I know her.
Yep.
And then, this is the whole date. Mira's on a date with her husband, Nick Jonas.
Yep. Yep. And I don't remember when he said something about the musical equivalent of Cheese Whiz. I think he's talking about Celine Dion, but that was kind of funny.
Kind of funny.
I wrote that part down.
so
With no
like,
context.
so Nick Jonas is playing the classic, like a little more self-involved kind of character, you know.
He's playing himself, right?
Yeah, he's playing himself pretty much. Not the greatest of actors, but hey, you got to start somewhere, you know. Just
Yeah. He's talking about squats and you want a tight bass line.
I do. That was kind of funny when she was like, she drops like a "would you rather" on him. He's like, I don't want to do either one of those. She's like, no, but you have to pick. And he's just like, stop it. This is too much pressure. I was like,
Yeah, and the question she asked is stupid. It's something about like, would you rather like fart all the time or sneeze all the time? And you're like,
and
he's like, neither.
What? No, who wants to do that?
Yeah,
terrible. Would you rather question?
Yep. And he's like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and do some push-ups.
And Rob is like, he's like, he thinks it's her texting, and it's like kind of a new level of like the stalking, right?
Yeah.
And then work coworkers like, what's his line? He says like, he looks like kind of guy who like does a lot of push-ups and like, or does too many push-ups, and the coworker's like, is like too many push-ups?
Is that possible? Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yeah. And then he's also like hitting on some other dude, which you're like, all right, nice.
Yeah.
And so basically, like, you're right. The side character here, the friend from the office, is like sometimes funny. He's just like, oh, well, night's not a total loss. I'm going to get laid at least.
Yeah.
You're like, what? Like, what is this? What is this scene?
So where we cut to the cab, this is a scene from the trailer. Nick Jonas and his wife making out, trying to make out. And she's like, oh, can we take this slow? And he does like the slow-mo.
Zack Snyder kiss. Yeah.
Kiss, which, okay. And she's like, yeah, no, that's not what I meant. He's like, are we going to have sex when we go back to your place to have sex? She's like, no.
So he starts immediately looking for another, like he's like swiping right on.
Back on the dating app.
Yeah, it's very funny.
He's like, I need to burn off those carbs from those drinks we had.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It was pretty good. I like that part.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. And then she kicks him out, and then we get the New York City sunrise transition shot.
Yep.
And we're back at the fancy hotel with...
listening to more Celine Dion.
Yeah, he's getting more like sappy texts, and these are popping up on the screen like, oh, you can read it, whatever. And he's like making it up, and he's like, see, this is classic stalker behavior. He's like, making up this a concept that she is like she's the one, right? Like,
yep.
Just like, no, that's not how that works. Don't do that. No.
See how devoted she is to this dead guy? I want that.
Yeah.
I want to be dead.
That's not that's not healthy behavior. And then we start the interview with Celine, and she immediately calls him out, which is great. She's like, oh, hey, you the rude texter, right?
Yeah, you a fan of my music?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. You're a liar.
And this is the first therapy session with Celine Dion, which happens throughout the rest of this movie. She basically becomes a therapist for all of the characters in this movie.
Yeah, it sucks. She's a terrible actor.
Yeah. And she does like a hand thing. She's like, give me your hands, whatever. And she's like, oh, these are hands of a man, but you're still a boy or something. Like, what is going on right now? What is happening?
This is weird hand stuff.
Yeah. But she cuts right through him like a therapist, you know, just like, what are you doing? Right.
Yeah.
And
have you ever made someone feel like that? Have you ever made someone love you? Because obviously no one loves you.
No one loves you. Like, settle down, Celine. Like, ouch. Yeah. This is how she gets fans.
I think she tells him that he has the presence of used underwear, which that's pretty harsh.
And he's slouching and whatever. And then he gets in, finally she cuts to it. And he's like, you know, she asks if he has someone in his life, and he's like, I think I have feelings for someone I've never met. And then she's like, you're more interesting than you look. I'm like, that's all it takes. He's what?
I don't
doesn't make someone interesting. It makes someone, what are you doing? You know,
make someone a creep. Yeah.
It's like, Celine, he's a creepy stalker. Like, get the full story here, which she does. And she's like, oh, this is lovely. This is meant to be. Like, no. I wanted more. Like, this would have been successful. I think I'm ameliorating a little bit before we
wrap up part one, but I wanted more of her leaning into just being like an insane caricature of Celine Dion. Like,
Yeah.
she's just like, sit up straight. You're with
Yeah.
Celine Dion.
Yeah.
It's like, of course.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Like, I want way more of that, not more of what I get.
No, what you're gonna get is not what you want. So we come back to the sister's apartment or the apartment here, and Sofia Mira is going through things, and she finds the drawing she did of John in the empty Skittles bag. Which who keeps a Skittles bag? Don't.
I think it has Skittles in it. She tosses it now. She's like throwing them all around the room.
Yeah,
Skittles
she's like individually just throwing Skittles all over the place.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. It's madness. And she just loses it and throws the book across the room, whatever. And then she
Good
finds
product placement by Skittles. I was hot off of watching Madam Web, which has incredible Pepsi product placement. So I had a keen eye out for it already.
Yeah, Skittles taste the rainbow, am I right?
And they didn't even pay us to say that yet.
Nope, yet. And then she finds like something else she looks at for like 2 seconds and just starts crying.
Yeah, classic.
So she's still having a hard time with the death of John. And we come back to the fancy hotel here, and Rob and Celine get a little cozy, just hanging out in the interview room, barefoot, because that's what you do when you're going through a therapy session here. That's and right. Talking about all the texts, the scene, kind of the extended scene from the trailer. And then she goes on about her manager, Renee, who's her real life, the name of her real life husband. And she's basically telling her own story, which he did pass away in real life.
It was the night before Eurovision and all through the house.
Yeah. Celine, please go on.
Yeah, classic.
And then she's like, there's always a plan. Like these texts are part of a plan. Yeah, for him to be stalking, like that's the only plan going on here.
The plan is be a creep, I guess.
Oh my god, it's a problem. These rom-com ones, people are like, "Oh, this is cute," and no, it's not.
No, this is bad behavior. We shouldn't encourage this.
No, should not encourage this. And she's like, "Hey, you got to open yourself up to the universe, and it'll come rushing in," And I love how her publicist comes. Their publicist, or I think it's a publicist, whatever, comes in and has some key moments that are kind of funny. Yeah. She comes in, she's like, "Okay, time to go."
Well, big gulps, huh?
Celine's like, "Come back for an interview when you're a man." Yeah, and the publicist is like, "Okay, time to
go." Speaking of coming back when you're a man,
that's right. Well, Rob gets a last text from Mira where she's like, "Hey, I need to take a break here." It's to John, so she needs to take a break, and
devastating.
Just like us, I know, devastation about to happen because we're going to take a break. That's the end of part one. So. Man, yeah. So that's it. So thanks for listening. We're back on Thursday with part 2. In the meantime, you can follow us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. Subscribe to us where you listen to podcasts and send us to auto download. And if you like the show. If you like the show, send it to a studio. Friend. I don't know why I did that. show.
Put some echoes on it or in post.
Yeah,
or something like that.
Yeah. Make it.
I know you'll definitely do that.
Oh yes, make it seem like I did that on purpose.
Yeah.
If you do, tell a friend.
Perfect. Or leave us a review. You.
So many effects.
5 stars would be nice. Maybe a nice little comment. Something like,
I'm not going to put
those guys.
I'm not going to put the echo on yours.
Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, leave a comment like, I wish Russ did more editing work on like making cool effects for Jared's voice. Something like that. 5 stars.
Something along those lines.
Yeah, doesn't have to be. Or if you're feeling old fashioned, send us an email. It's justmeetsthat@gmail.com. We love them. We read them in trailer trash. We will not humiliate you publicly.
No.
We'll just read it like it is.
That's right.
And maybe make some comments.
Maybe we'll have some feedback.
Yeah. Or you don't want to do any of the things that we just said or asked you to do. Fine. Instead, go to the website. Right?
Yeah.
Buy a t-shirt. People love t-shirts.
Be part of the community. Get into the community.
Get a mouse pad. Like get a mug. Something with the show logo on it or something. People love that stuff. We have the monsters and all kinds of cool art.
Yeah.
Right?
Get it done.
Buy Russ's Book Hosts wherever you can buy books. Like do something to help us for once, right?
Yeah. We've been helping you for 295 episodes.
Yeah, help us help you even more by keeping us on the air, right?
Right.
Be better.
Right. Yeah, be better.
thismeetsthat.com.